Good morning, sunshines. And welcome to another video. We're doing a personal Q&A today because it's honestly just been a hot minute since I've done one, and I think it's about time because a lot of life changes have been happening. A lot of stuff's been going down. Which reminds me, my update video, I didn't even show my car. Okay, anyway. So, I asked on Instagram for you to ask me questions, of course, the usual, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start at the top with those and see what we come up with. Easy peasy. I hope the audio's okay. I opened the door because it's on my 3rd floor. It gets so hot. Please comment down below if you have any tips on like 3-story homes. It's like a narrow 3-story, and on the 3rd, it's hot. So hot up here. And no matter what I do, it's 65 degrees on the bottom floor. This floor, hot. I know heat rises, I know. I'm just wondering, what is my solution here? First question, what are you most excited for now that you're in Austin? So I guess what I'm most looking forward to here, it'd be hard to even narrow it down because I'm just looking forward to people being nicer. The weather's cooler, which is really exciting because it makes it feel more like the holidays to me. Whereas LA, I feel like kind of feels like summer, spring break all year long, which is fun, but then after a while I'm like, hey, I kind of miss like wearing sweaters, you know, or jackets or whatever. I'm already listing multiple things, whatever. So I'm excited about the weather and also not excited about the weather at the same time because during the summer it's gonna be miserable here. So we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm not gonna stress about it at the moment. However, I guess what I'm most looking forward to is like being a homeowner and just like having this be my home, and I'm excited about all the bits and pieces of it that I love and what I love to do them for. I love my new office. I'm really stoked about my kitchen and like creating content and recipes and stuff in there because it's actually a kitchen that I want to be in, and I think that's gonna matter a lot for me. And I'm excited about my new kitty. I don't know, I feel like everything here, there's so many things going on, like festivals, South by Southwest, ACL. There's always little events and everything going on around here because I'm very close to downtown, not in downtown, but close to it. And they're always blocking off streets for all the cute little events they're doing, so I know they're doing them all the time. But regardless, I'm pretty much, even though my move was the furthest from smooth that you could possibly get, like it was just the most frustrating experience of my life, it was totally worth it because I'm here and I'm excited to be here, and so far it's been like actually a dream. Everything that's not in the house has been a dream. The house itself is a dream. Getting the things in the house has not been a dream. But Austin's great. Love it so far. So far. How do you know when it's time for a new beginning? So the way that I felt in LA, I didn't feel super unhappy or it's not like I was just so depressed for some reason or another. It was just, I felt very stagnant. I didn't feel like any drive or motivation to do this or do that. I was just like plateauing, and I just felt myself doing it, not even in regards to work or anything, just like what I wanted to do. Like nothing seemed doable, or I didn't want to do it, or it was just everything seemed hard, or I just hated the fact that I didn't feel like leaving my house because traffic gave me so much nervousness or just like agitation, I guess, whatever. There are so many things that I love about Los Angeles, but there's just more that just made it not a livable place for me personally. I think a ton of people can thrive there, but me personally, I feel that I needed something else. And so I felt that stagnant place, it was like that plateau where I felt like even though I was in the city of opportunity, it's like I didn't seize an opportunity because I was just so not into it. I just wasn't into it. It just wasn't my scene at the end of the day. For a while it was. When I first moved there, it was really fun. I loved the PR events. I loved the parties or going out or like hitting up new gyms or driving out or finding new shops and blah, blah, blah. And then after a while, I was just like, I don't want to drag the city too much because I do enjoy it a lot at the same time. I'm not saying I'll never go back, but it is a lot of pretentiousness and like very friendly people. A lot of friendly people, but I think even those friendly people have their guard up, and that it just makes it really hard. Everything was just hard there, like socially. And that's when I knew it was time. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling here, but I hope you, is that an answer? That's an answer. Okay. Best exercise for glutes. I would say hip thrusts as long as you're doing them correctly with the right range of motion for your body type and whatever. I mean, that's pretty much it. For me personally, I have very active glutes. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but they just activate no matter what like workout I'm doing. Almost, I can do something that's literally a quad workout, and for some reason, if I'm not super focused on my quads, then my glutes will somehow activate and they're sore the next day. And I'm always so annoyed with myself, like, I did a quad workout, why are my glutes sore? But, so I just have, I guess, dominant glutes. So for me, I feel like it's very easy to activate them, but I think for people that don't have that dominant glute muscle, you may have to work a little harder or just focus a little more, like mind to muscle connection and everything when you're lifting, to make sure that that is the muscle that you're activating and using for that exercise. Because when you're lazy or when you don't focus or when you're not paying attention, you can definitely activate other muscles by doing the exercise incorrectly, basically. Will you get a second cat for Max to hang with? Been there, done that. Ruby is downstairs and she's a doll and I am obsessed with her, and you will be too. The only thing that's perturbing me about her is that she's very like, Max, if you come over to my house, Max will run up to you. He'll be like, meow, 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 until you let him sniff your face. And no matter who you are, I don't care if you're the cable guy, dropping off a delivery, my cat still wants to smell your face. He's very friendly. He thinks all humans are cats, I'm pretty sure, I don't know. But Ruby, she just runs under the bed every single time anything happens. And I'm just like, what are you so scared of? And it frustrates me because I'm like, did someone hurt you? Like, that's what I'm frustrated with, not with her. I'm fine, and I'm super patient with her. I'd never drag her out front of the bed. She can come out when she wants to. I'll sit by it, I'll put out treats. If she doesn't want to come out, she doesn't want to come out. A lot of times she will. I feel like she's beginning to trust me more and more, so I think we're definitely gonna build that relationship together, because obviously Max turns 10 tomorrow, actually. So I've been building a relationship with Max for like 9+ years, so I got him when he was 6 weeks old, I guess. So yeah, it's definitely a work in progress, but we have kitty number 2, and I hope they love each other too, because right now she loves him, but he is just a big old grump. What's your favorite thing about Austin so far? So my favorite thing about Austin so far, from what I've noticed, like driving around or visiting places or just grabbing like coffee at a coffee shop, is that it's so, all the shops and everything as I'm driving around, at least in my area of town, are very mom and pop looking. They're very artsy, almost kind of, I guess, hipstery. It's how I would imagine Portland to look. Though when I went to Portland the one time that I did, it wasn't like a glorious experience because it was raining and miserable, but it's just these like cute shops, and there's like cool artistic graffiti on the outside of all of them, or like big murals, and everything's just like quirky and cute, and it's just adorable. And we went out to 6th Street, which is like the street to go on here. I don't know, it's literally the whole street essentially is like bars or bar food or bars or just more. And they're just all these like cool, weird, quirky little places. One's like an arcade. We went to this speakeasy that was in a hostel behind a bookcase, and you had to go like through this thing, and it was the cutest little bar ever. And then 2 doors down you have something that's like an Irish themed one, next to one that's like a completely different theme, next to one that has like a slide in it. It's a lot, but we went out at like 8 o'clock, so everything was open, but like maybe it was like 9. But nothing was raging or popping or anything. So, and then the bartenders were telling us, oh, you can come back like midnight, that's when everyone comes out. I'm like, no, 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 8 p.m. is just fine for me. I'll have my 1 margarita, or I think I had a Tito's and Sprite or something, and then I'm gonna go home because I'm tired. Alcohol just makes me sleepy. Is it just me? Is it anyone else? I just want to go to sleep. So I like, not the bar street necessarily, but I like all the mom and pop stores and just the cute, it's just very cute vibes. I don't really know how else to describe it. Will you get a roommate? Sisters, possibly. So I have told my sister Cheyenne, she's 18 now. She is a senior in high school. So I told her if she wanted to go to the University of Texas, which is super close to my house. In Texas terms and LA terms, of something being close is very different, but it's very close in Texas terms. And I told her if she went there, she could live with me for a year or 2 for free if she wanted to. So I would love that. I would love to live with my little sister. Were you doubting your move when everything was taking so long to arrive at the new house? I was doubting my whole existence at that point. I was so frustrated. I was like, is this a sign? Is this like not meant to be? Because my move to LA from Texas was so smooth. I don't think there was one hiccup. It was like weirdly perfect, to where it was like, I'm right where I'm meant to be. You know, it was just, that's how it felt. And this was like, everything that could go wrong went wrong. And I mean, everything. It was just I don't even want to go into how frustrated it was. Yes, I thought that maybe it was a sign that this was not what I was supposed to be doing. But you know what, at the end of the day, I figured determination wins. This is what I want and I'm gonna fight for it. So I did, miserably. But you know what? The first night in my bed, after I slept on my parents' like little cot things for a couple weeks, was just, I woke up and my watch, it like records my sleep or whatever, and it said, you were more rested last night than you have been recently. What changed? And And I'm like, oh, it's because I slept in a real bed because sleeping on the floor was just not a restful sleep experience. What's happening to me? Did I just become a 60-year-old lifetime smoker? How do you handle the Texas heat? Well, let me tell you, Peyton Maker, I don't. I bought this house in May. I closed on May 3rd, and though my first month of mortgage was July, and I did not move in July or August or September, I didn't move in October. So yeah, I kept kind of putting it off, and a big factor of that, not the only factor, but a big factor of that was the weather. I don't know if I will stay in the house in the summer. I think I might, I don't know, because it might be just too damn complicated, honestly, at the end of the day, but I might Airbnb out my house for the summer and then live somewhere else, like furnished, you know? It's something that I've been playing with in my head. Honestly, at the end of the day though, I lived here for a very long time. I can handle the heat, it's fine. What is your zodiac sign? I'm a Pisces and an Aquarius rising and an Aquarius moon sign. If you look into that kind of thing, which I feel a lot of us do because it's a great distraction. You think you're the settle down type or the crazy Aunt Nikki type? Honestly, when I genuinely think about it, I've never super thought about weddings or wanted a wedding. If anything, a wedding just sounds horrible. It's like a huge party where everyone just like stare at you the whole time. And I'm just not that kind of, it doesn't sound fun to me, you know what I mean? And I also don't like the sense of like, at the end of the day, I'd like to spend my money guiltlessly, you know, like and know that it affects me and it's my money. I don't really want to like get married to combined finances. So I want, if I was in a relationship like that, I want him to handle his, I handle mine. We split, where we share things, you know what I mean? And then we just live like that. And obviously we can, you know, if one of us made an exorbitant amount more than the other one, then they could do whatever. But I don't like the idea of having to ask someone for money or have them ask me. I feel like that creates like resentment and an unbalance in a relationship, and I don't like the idea of that. So, but then you have kids. I don't know. I don't know. It's not like something that's, I feel like I'll just be crazy Aunt Nikki. Honestly, at the end of the day, I'm already just right at the end of my 20s. They're just, I think I'm gonna have a 30th birthday party and the theme is just gonna be a funeral to my 20s. Like RIP being 20 in my 20s. But yeah. Gabby Gann said, any plans on adding new merch to your website or possibly a new challenge? I have maybe both of those things coming. But yeah, they're just going, there's more production value behind it, if that's the right term. I don't want to spill any beans too early, but if you made it this far in the video, there you have it. There's this a small little secret of something I've been working on for a bit. Everything, it takes so much time. Everything takes so much time that I blink and it's like a month later and I don't understand where it all went. I've lost my mind. I'm thoroughly into my quarter life crisis at this moment. Quarter life, that's very optimistic thinking. I'm gonna live 4 times, whatever. How do you not hoard belongings? How to declutter. I don't know how to not hoard belongings. I need help. Are you gonna do Vlogmas? Yes, I totally plan on doing Vlogmas this year and I'm very excited about it. Did you have anxiety about leaving somewhere familiar and safe? I did not, because I feel like LA at the end of the day always felt like not, I mean, it did feel like home, it was home, but it just had that air of like no family or no one that I can call, or even the people that I could call didn't live like super close, or like I had Jasmine, but I don't want to like put my whole self onto like, Jasmine, my life is yours, please take care of me, you know. And then everyone else I knew lived in like West Side or Beverly Hills or wherever else everyone lived. And it was just like in LA, it's so hard to get around, whatever. I just felt isolated. I felt very isolated, very alone. So like here, I actually feel a big weight off my chest, because even though no one's right here close to me, technically in the city of Austin, my parents and my sisters are super close, and they're very like, I can call them and just be like, this has gone wrong, please help. And they're like, oh, we're blood relatives, we must help you. And that's just kind of how it is, and it's very nice. And they're just nice, kind, helpful people to begin with. So I guess that's where I get it from. And then I give and I give. I try to, at least, whatever. That's gonna conclude this Q&A. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd love to do some topic Q&As, things that are more, you know, isolated to one kind of topic. So if you have any ideas for that, comment them down below and I'll check them out. And I'm so excited for Vlogmas. I want to do some like giveaways and some like cute challenges and just obnoxious stuff with my family, and maybe I want Sammy to come in hopefully, and we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a great time, and it's just gonna like make me, I'm hoping, I know it will, put me back into the mode of where I pick up my camera to vlog more consistently, and I like remember to, not that I don't want to or I don't even think about it, I do something cool or I'm at a place and then I leave and I'm like, oh, that would have been cool to vlog. Why didn't I bring my camera? So I just need to get back in the habit of it. So I think Vlogmas will 100% kick my ass in gear for that. So that'll be great. But yes, that's it. I love you guys very much. Thanks for always being patient with me and supporting me and following me from Texas to California and back. So I super appreciate you, and I'll talk to you very soon. Ta-ta for now. Bye.